Okay, Trump is gutting the Department of Education on the federal level.
And shut it down as quickly as possible. It's doing us no good. We want to return our students to the states where just some of the governors here are so happy about this. They want education to come back to them, to come back to the states, and they're going to do a phenomenal job.
Pretty much destroying it, saying we have had poor test results, which we have, absolutely true. 70% generally of students don't perform up to grade level. So his answer to this, and he's done this before, his answer to this is let's get rid of the Department of Education. Uh, they've been doing such a poor job, we'll give it back to the states. Folks, the states are the ones that are financing education now. They're the ones screwed it up. He's giving it back to the states. The poor states can't, they don't have the money to do it, or they don't have the will to do it, whatever it is. But even the rich states don't do that great a job. I mean, they're the ones that are responsible for the low scores, not the federal government, not DOE, Department of Education. Department of Education gets something like 13.7%, or supplies 13.7%. Schools are financed by local taxes. What primarily the Department of Education does is it's kind of this central location for testing, determining testing, and supplying money for schools with kids with learning disabilities and so on, where these things are really expensive for the schools to get involved with. They still do it. I mean, they do most of it anyway, but they're responsible for programs that would help disadvantaged students. And they also do Pell Grants. My daughter went through college with a Pell Grant. I mean, it really, I'm not sure we could have put her through without it. But they administer all these grants and these scholarships. That's what they're for. They're not there to supply the money to educate students. They don't. I know. I pay taxes. Most of my taxes go to K through 12. Most of the property taxes I pay go for the K through 12. Now, I taught for 9 years, intro HVAC. And my students were supported by the federal government, by Department of Energy, or Department of Education. My students could apply for a loan. It was a loan to get through my course. It was a 9-month course, and I could put people into the industry with the proper licenses to get started in the industry. And I thought it was great. This was a lot of people that, had started one profession and it didn't work out for them for whatever reason, and they came back to get some adult education. And so they were, federal funds did get them in there. But, most of them were grants. There were a few grants, but most of them, they were just loans to pay for their education, and I thought it was great. And that was administered by the Department of Education. Our illustrious man says, well, because the students have not performed well in public schools, we're going to cut off the only thing that helps. Wouldn't it have been smarter to reform it? The thing is, that takes time. That takes a lot of input to try to get that stuff right. And he likes these shiny things that just, haha, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to send that back to the States and they'll fix everything and we'll have all these wonderful outcomes.
In the state, they want it so badly. They want to take their children back and really teach their children individually. Probably the cost will be half, and the education will be maybe many, many times better. So
You're not going to have those wonderful outcomes because the states are already doing it. They're the ones screwing the things up. Anyway, that's my gripe for now. That's it on this one.